Welcome into TV20 Sports from Cleveland Central Catholic Stefanski Stadium. This is the 10U All-Star Game here on TV20. Thank you guys for joining me. This is Brandon Baxter along with John Good, League Vice President. John, hey, thanks for coming back in.
Hey, it's a great pleasure to be back with you, Brandon. Looking forward to a fun and exciting All-Star game here amongst the 10U All-Star division. Looking forward to it.
Get the kids out there, let them run, let them have some fun. And before we do that, let's go down to the field with Jason Dunn, who has today's player introductions.
Welcome to the 2024 10U Division All-Star Game on the beautiful campus of Cleveland Central Catholic High School at Stefanski Stadium. Let's give it up for both teams, the American and the National. And we're going to start first with player introductions. With the blue team, that will be your American All-Stars, not in attendance today, but recognized as an All-Star from the East 88th Street Browns. He's a fifth grader from Scranton Elementary, Laurie Campbell. From the Cleveland Renegades, fifth grader from Stepstone Academy, number 14, Joe Coates. From the Garfield Bulldogs, a sixth grader from Eastlake Middle School, number 3, Alexander Ellison. From the Garfield Bulldogs, a sixth grader from Valley View Boys, number 5, Terry Elston. From the Garfield Bulldogs, a fifth grader from Garfield Middle School. He goes by the name of Pizza Man, number 8, Vasanti Ford. From the Garden Valley Falcons, third grader from Sharton Hills, number 19, Ty King Holloway. From the East 88th Street Browns, a third grader from Sharton Hills, number 10, Cartier Harris. From the Collinwood Cobras, third grader from Broadway Academy, number 12, Caden Irons. From the Garden Valley Falcons, a sixth grader from Warrensville, number 1, Gregory Johnson. From the Collinwood Cobras, a third grader from Broadway Academy, number 13, Blake Jones. Injured and unable to play today, an All-Star from the Collinwood Cobras, a fifth grader from Pinnacle Academy, number 22, Deshaun Clayton. From the East 88th Street Browns, a fifth grader from West Park Elementary, number 18, Jalen Jones. From the Glenville Junior Tarblooders, a fifth grader from Sunbeam, number 11, Armand LaSure. From the Collinwood Cobras, a fifth grader from Barack Obama, number 24, Lamille Logan. From the Garfield Bulldogs, a fifth grader from Stockyard, number 2, Michael Newman. From the Glenville Junior Tarblooders, a fifth grader from Warrensville Elementary, number 21, Carter Pratt. From the Garden Valley Falcons, a fourth grader from Maple Leaf Elementary, number 23, Antoine Thigpen Jr. The Garden Valley Falcons, a third grader from Cleveland Arts and Science, number 6, Major Turner. From the Cleveland Renegades, 5th grader from Harvey Rice, number 4, Aaron Ware. From the Cleveland Renegades, a 6th grader from Horizon Science Academy, number 7, Napoleon Williams. And from the Garfield Bulldogs, a 5th grader from Harvey Rice, number 25, Tristan Witten. Your 10U American All-Stars is head coach by Garden Valley Falcons' own James Hennings and his phenomenal staff of assistants. Now, the 10U National Division. From the Impact Youth Bearcats, 5th grader from Scranton Elementary, number 8, Santana Atkins. From the Westside Wolverines, 3rd grader from Broadway Academy, number 6, Josiah Bonner. Not in attendance, but recognized as an all-star, from the Richmond Conquerors, 5th grader from Wilbur Wright, Tymere Bryant. From the Richmond Conquerors, 5th grader from Greenview, number 18, Jacob Burns. From the Westside Wolverines, 6th grader from Valley View Boys Leadership, number 1, Zahari Butter. Recognized as an all-star, not in attendance today, from the Richmond Conquerors, 4th grader from Richmond Heights, Bryce Campbell. From the Southside Elite Spartans, a 3rd grader from Sharton Hills, number 25, Derek Chambers. From the West United Gators, 3rd grader from Broadway Academy, number 22, Mark Foolin. Not in attendance today, but recognized as an all-star, from the Westside Wolverines, 3rd grader from Broadway Academy, Dwayne Giddens. From the Southside Elite Spartans, a 3rd grader from Sharton Hills, number 5, Tremaine Gilson Jr. A 5th grader from the Impact Youth Bearcats, Metro Catholic, number 2, Raymond Holly. From the Impact Youth Bearcats, a 5th grader from West Park Elementary, number 9, Kyan Grayson. From the Southside Elite Spartans, 5th grader from Barack Obama, number 3, Dwayne Jackson. From the Southside Elite Spartans, 5th grader from Barack Obama, number 7, Caden Jackson. From the Impact Youth Bearcats, 5th grader from Birchwood School of Hawking, number 24, Withrow Johnson. From the Westside Wolverines, 3rd grader from Broadway Academy, number 19, Cameron Burton. Recognized as an all-star, not with us today, from the Westside Wolverines, 3rd grader from Broadway Academy, Edwin Morrell Jr. From the Westside Wolverines, 6th grader from Horizon Science Academy, number 13, Javier Perez. From the West United Gators, 3rd grader from Broadway Academy, number 15, Dwayne Slaughter. From the West United Gators, 3rd grader from Broadway Academy, Elijah Waden, number 11. From the Impact Youth Bearcats, 5th grader from Riverside, Elementary, number 24, Dominic Zerby. And from the West Side Wolverines, 5th grader, from Valley View Boys Leadership Academy, number 16, Andre Williams. Your all-star team for the National Division is head coach by Westside Wolverines, Damian Johnson, and his staff of assistants. Now, would everybody please rise for the singing of our national anthem.
Well, all right.
Thank you very much, Jason, for that rousing player introduction. We appreciate that. And John, let's get started here. And before we do, let's talk about the officials. We've got the officials for today's All-Star game. It's the 10U All-Star game here at Cleveland Central Catholic Field at Stefanski Stadium. We have Bruce Hill. He is our referee for the day. He's a 1977 graduate of Hawken High School, 32 years as a football official, and he is a retired probation officer. Right there in the middle, Larry Wilcox is our line judge, 4 years as a football official here, and a Cleveland Division Recreation Center manager. And finally on the right there, Bill Myers. He is our head linesman, a 1990 graduate of Mid-Park High School, 26 years as a football official, and he is currently employed by the City of Cleveland Recreation Center as a manager. John, let's talk a little bit about the rules today as we're getting ready to kick off, but not kick off.
Okay, Brandon, let's take a look at this. This is the 10U division, folks. You can turn 11 before July 31st of that year. You cannot play in this division. So there's no weight limit. This is the developmental division. That means that coaches are allowed on the field on offense and defense. After they give instructions, the teams break the huddle and go to the line of scrimmage. They are allowed to make adjustments, but just for a certain time period. Then they must step back to allow the play to begin. 8-minute quarters, regulation clock, 4 timeouts per game, 1 additional timeout in each overtime if necessary. For player safety, there's no kickoff, so the ball will begin play at the 35-yard line. Teams have an option to use the automatic punt rule or to punt. If you make the decision to punt, the automatic punt rule works like this. The ball is advanced 20 yards. The clock will resume at the snap after a 15-second runoff. Must be outside the opponent's 30-yard line in order for this rule to come into effect. Scoring is touchdown is 6 points, safety 2 points, extra point kick is rewarded with an extra point, so it's a 2-point conversion instead of a 1-point conversion. And Brandon, today's game is a very special game because each player has earned his way to be on this team.
Of course.
Academically, folks, which is the most important, and performance on the field. This year's selection process was different. Coaches were more involved in it as they voted on the opponent. They played against each game to tally up points for special performances that they witnessed. And at the end of the season, those points were tallied, and voila. As long as the player met the other criteria of being an all-star, which is the academic portion of it,
Right.
then they were gladly accepted in this honorary moment to be an all-star.
So what does that got to feel like for the kids? I mean, this has got to be not just something to hang your hat on, right? I mean, this is something where you're representing your team, you're representing your teammates, you're representing your family, the community.
It's everything. At this point in their life, it's everything.
That's right.
It's a moment that they will never ever forget. It's very special. Who knows if they'll be able to do it again? They've never done it before.
Okay.
But guess what? It gives them confidence to move forward in an all-star attitude for the rest of their life.
Well, and you talked about it. It's a developmental, division. What better way to develop not only as a player but as a young man?
Exactly. And I want to thank Tim Highland and Patty Jamison from Boyd Watterson Asset Management Company for donating the jerseys that you see each kid wear on both teams. Because these jerseys will be stored in Muny offices, and we'll be using them down the road in the future.
Fantastic. All right, and it looks like we're getting ready to, as I said before, kickoff, not kickoff. You mentioned instead of kicking off, the ball will be placed at the 35-yard line to start.
Hey, I said 2:30.
It's a beautiful day here in Northeast Ohio for this occasion.
Couldn't be much more beautiful, John. And we've got, so the players on the field with their jerseys, the players in blue, that is the Muny Football American All-Stars. And then the team in white would be the Muny Football National All-Stars. Now, you'll notice, viewers, that the players are wearing their own team helmets, which is kind of fun. They get to wear and represent their team by their own helmets while also representing their individual all-star game by wearing their specific jerseys.
Yeah, and it makes it a lot easier for the parents to find their kids. they can easily identify him or her.
Sure.
We've had young ladies in this game in the past, and they've gone on to do very, very, very special things.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're getting set to start here. Got 8-minute quarters here, and well, we're going to carry this into halftime. We've just been informed we'll have ourselves an interview here at halftime, so stick around for that. But before we get that far, let's get through the first couple of quarters, shall we?
Yeah, it's got a very, very special presentation at halftime. We like to recognize a lot of those unsung heroes out there. And give them their flowers, right, as they say.
That's right. There are a lot of people behind the scenes that you don't really notice because they're back there, in support of the kids and the players and the families. We've got a first snap out to the right, trying to roll it around the corner there. Not going to get too far, as in fact looks like it might have been a loss of about a yard. And we're going to get some names and numbers as we go along here.
Yeah, but like as you said, the American All-Stars are in the blue. The National All-Stars are in the white. 10U division. This is the junior division of Cleveland Muny football. Again, still developmental, but especially for an All-Star game when they haven't had much time with these young folks. Ball's on the ground.
Ball handed off and dropped. We've got looks like a recovery by the offense.
Yeah, he was able to get back on it real quick. I don't know if we'll have a replay on it or not, but that's one thing the coaches, I'm pretty sure, went over in practice a lot, and that is ball security,
of course,
and penalties,
which is all key in part of developing. That idea of this being a developmental type of a organization.
Yeah, especially when they don't have much time. They're all different players from different teams,
right?
Different organizations. So it's a challenge.
3rd and 12.
So far, so
low snap. Going to roll out to the right.
A man open.
Looking down the field, and that ball is going to fall incomplete by the 50-yard line. So it was an attempt trying to go down the right side, unable to connect with the receiver. Had a couple of hands from the defense in the way as well.
Yeah, you see all those hands as he had a little bit of trouble with the snap. He sees about 2 or 3 guys, and it's 2 or 3 guys are all in one area. I don't know what was going on with that with that play design, but everybody wanted a piece of the ball to make a big catch here in the early stages of this ball game.
And that's going to bring up a 4th down, 4th and 13, 4th and 12 rather, from the 33-yard line.
Gotta imagine they'll kick the ball away, but in a fun game like this, mostly exhibition, you don't know what to think.
Well, that's the idea too. I mean, these are all-stars. These are kids who've played their way to get here, and you want to let them go out there and have fun.
Yeah, you do. You want them to have fun. Again, this is a day that they will remember for a long time.
All right, 4th and 12. Snap is back. He's going to pull it down to run and bounce it out to the left side. Off from the 30-yard line, cross the 35 to the 40. Down out of bounds at about the 44-yard line.
I think he got it, Brandon.
It is going to be very close. They gave it to him. Okay, very good.
Good job by the ball carriers. You can take a look and see. Not to put the ball in jeopardy. They just left it in one man's hand. They hiked it straight to him. He did a good job of sucking the defense inside and then bouncing it outside, turning on the burners to get the first down.
Speaking of turning, that was Major Turner turning on the burners there for that first down. So the American All-Stars pick up their first movement of the chains. We've got a fresh set of downs from the 45-yard line.
All right, Major Turner. Cleveland Arts and Science 3rd grader, plays for Garden Valley. Played football, led the team in scoring with 62 points, and he just showed you how he could do that, folks.
You know, and he's got himself a favorite player out there, Justin Jefferson. That's pretty nice name to look up to out there in the NFL.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson having another great season in his young football career. Just got a max contract, and the Minnesota Vikings aren't doing too bad this first half of the season.
Good start for them.
Yeah.
First down, snap is back, fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right. That's Turner again, trying to bounce it back out. It's going to lose about a yard, maybe 2. Brings up a 2nd down for the American All-Stars.
I wonder if that was Turner or was that a play design? It looked like Turner was supposed to hand that ball off.
He pulled that back in.
He pulled it back in. I don't know what he saw. He saw some collapsing, but you can usually tell when the running back was supposed to get the ball when he stops and looks back. And has that look on his face like, excuse me, but I'm supposed to have
Thought that was mine.
Yeah.
So no loss of yards on there, so it's going to be going to bring up 2nd and 10.
With a great age in youth football, especially here in Cleveland Muny football. The 10U division, very successful this year. American and National Conference teams, I'll go over them right after this play.
Absolutely. Low snap. He's going to roll out to the right. Looking down the field. He's going deep. And that ball is going to be caught.
Is it inbounds or out of bounds?
He's there at the 40-yard line. Let's see if they're going to mark him in or out.
He's going to check the footprints. And he's giving it to him.
Says he made that catch.
Made a pass by number 6. Josiah Bonner of West Side Wolverines. It's completed on the right sideline. That's enough for first down.
That was completed to Michael Newman, who makes the catch, just needs to have 1 foot in bound.
That's it.
And so Michael Newman makes that catch, gets the first down for the American All-Stars.
Great job again by Bonner to get the ball out there. He had 2 guys. They was fighting over the football. But the one was selfless enough to let his teammate catch the football. We've seen that in the past go the other way in other contests where both teammates are fighting for the football. Good job by those guys. Share the glory and the success of the offense on that play.
So a fresh set of downs, 4:24 to play here in the first quarter. Rolling out to the left side. Got us a completed pass out by the 30. Ball is on the turf. It is out, and it is going to be recovered by the defense. That is Elijah Wadden that is coming up with that fumble recovery there down by the 30-yard line for the National All-Stars.
Just a beautiful play until that purpose right there. You see Bonner rolling out and doing one of the most difficult things that a quarterback can do, and that is roll left and throw an accurate pass. but the receiver caught the ball, made a football move, and when he lost it, that freed the ball up, but good job by the defense to get on it.
That ball was knocked loose by Raymond Holly, a 5th grader out of Metro Catholic, playing for this season's Impact Youth.
Good job.
And so just like that, we've got some defensive sparks flying here in the first quarter. 4:12 to play. No score on the board, and the first possession for the National All-Stars.
Yeah, the American All-Stars were looking good, looking confident, marching down the field on that first possession.
On the turnover to the Impact Youth Bearcats.
So fresh set of downs here for the team in white. That's the national high snap fumble. He's going to have to fall on it and keep anything worse from transpiring there.
So
ball fallen out by Kyan Grayson there, number 9 from the Impact Youth Bearcats. He's a 5th grader out of West Park Elementary.
yeah, it was a good job of him getting on the football instead of trying to make a play after it was on the ground. Just live to play another down.
Yep, very aware, very aware. That's going to bring up a 2nd down, and a 2nd and long is what it is, 2nd and 21.
Looks like a split backfield. One tight end. Don't seem like they got enough on the field, huh?
Right. You can tell we've got some communication going on down there. And we've got a timeout being called on the field by the National All-Stars. So head coach Damian Johnson calling the timeout. Damian Johnson, of course, the head coach of the West Side Wolverines.
Yeah, Damian is a veteran coach and coordinator in this league.
You gotta catch that one,
has
man.
developed a lot of good ball players. Sent a lot of them on to high school. Does a very fine job over there at Brookside Park in Cleveland, Ohio. Can't say enough about Damian, his family, the dedication that they made to Cleveland Muny football. He's one of those invaluables that we have in our community.
Well, 2nd and 21 now, 3:14 to play here in the first quarter. Ball on the 19-yard line after that fumbled snap, a high snap that got behind the quarterback. Man in motion, snap is back, turns and
ball on the ground
handoff. That ball bounced right off the turf and back into the runner's arms. We'll get a name with the number here in just a moment.
I think from what I've seen so far, Brandon, that the offensive coordinator for the national team is really overthinking his offensive philosophy. There's a lot of things going on in the backfield, and when you got a bunch of guys from a bunch of different teams, sometimes it's just best just to get off the ball and go straight ahead.
Sure,
go
absolutely.
downhill.
Try and simplify it. Again, you pointed out, you've got kids who are all here from different teams, first time playing together. So you want to make sure that you're trying to simplify it for them. That was Santana Adkins, number 8 of the National All-Stars, was able to fall on that ball and keep possession. But that brings up another third, in this case, 3rd and 21. So it is a long third. Taking it to the left side. Not a whole lot of running room right there. Still, like you said, John, trying to keep things simple.
Yeah, it's a good idea to you want to give some distractions to the defense, but the bottom line is just coming off the ball and just plowing that field is what I like to call it. In these type of instances, it looked good in practice, but when you get out here in front of the people and the lights are on, the thing or two is missed.
Sure.
But they're paying attention to all the other things, and at this age it's tough. But we got a lot of ball game left. They'll settle down, and they'll do some positive things too.
Now, with this being a long 4th down, 4th and 22. And John, refresh us here if should they elect to punt. There are specific rules with the punting in this, correct?
Yeah, there's specific rules with the punting. If they decide to punt, the automatic punt rule is in effect. They'll advance the ball 20 yards, and then they'll run this clock off 15 seconds.
Okay.
If it's inside the 35, then inside the 30, I'm sorry, the opponent's 30, then they won't bother with it at all. They'll just turn the ball over on downs and play ball. So we got too many on the field this time for the Nationals. They get that figured out. Now the referee want to get something figured out.
That's going to stop the clock at least here for a few seconds.
I think what they don't discuss is that they broke the huddle with 12 players.
Okay.
And should they penalize them? You're not allowed to break the huddle with 12 players.
Right.
And run somebody to the sideline.
Is that something that might overlook in an all-star game? Or, hey, we're still playing by the rules here?
That's one that you still play by the rules.
Yeah. Okay. So as they're discussing that, we've got 42 seconds left on the first quarter clock with no score.
Again, I want to thank our wonderful sponsors for helping us put on this game and on this beautiful day, and 1st of November.
Couldn't have asked for more beautiful weather, John, honestly.
No, you couldn't.
Leaves are hanging on.
Boyd Watterson, Cleveland Builds. We also had a City of Cleveland. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Cleveland Metropolitan School District. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cleveland Browns, Cleveland City Council, TV 20, Families First.
15-second runoff, please.
So you can see the punt just went in effect.
All right, so as you said, they're going to run that 15 seconds off as well and change possession.
Sponsors, SC Blueprint, thank you very much. Industrial Safety Products, who's been with us for years. We really appreciate that relationship. Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity, yo baby. Walton 7200 Group, Whitmore's Barbecue, and the Parma Tobacco and Beverage Shop.
Thank you very much to all of our sponsors. We appreciate everyone out there, and especially you viewers watching us right now. Family at home, watching the kids out here. 10U Muny Football All-Star Game.
And congratulations to all those coaches who received accolades. In the 8U Termite Division, Coach of the Year, Sean Perkins, excellent job. 10U, this division, James Henning from Garden Valley, great job. 12U Pee Wee Division, Coach of the Year, Kenyon Albert, again elite, been around forever.
That was a low snap picked up by the quarterback, running out to the 3. He's going to cross over the 20, down to the 15, the 10. Woo! Makes a move and is brought down at about the 6-yard line. That was Alexander Ellison. He's a 6th grader from East Lake Middle. Played for the Garfield Bulldogs. Watch this as he rolls out to his right, makes a cutback, and then out around the corner. He's going to make another man move right here, and then is brought down at about the 6-yard line, and that is a first down with 23 seconds left to play here on the first quarter clock.
Yeah, and on that tackle was Raymond Holt. I think that's how you say it. Hullery. Good job of hustling downfield. He saved a touchdown with his effort.
Sure did.
Fine job, young man.
So Alexander Ellison getting the American All-Stars into scoring position. 5 seconds on the clock. The snap is down.
No, Ellison.
Low snap.
Ellison's been an
Control
all-star
by number 6 from the Garden Valley
So he knows
Falcons.
what's up.
Major
Yeah.
Turner.
He's
Short
no
losses
stranger
on
to big
that
plays.
play. That'll bring up a second down.
As you said, he, 10th leading scorer in the league, and you could tell by his running form, he's a track guy.
And he got around that outside and was able to bring it down all the way to the 5-yard line. So, end of the first quarter here at Stefanski Stadium, Cleveland Central Catholic. This is the 10U Muny Football All-Star Game between the National and the Americans. Brandon Baxter with John Good. When we come back, we'll have second quarter play.
Join Cleveland Public Library for festive holiday fun at Merry Maker Fest on Saturday, November 30th, starting at 10 a.m. at Main Library in downtown Cleveland. Experience a fun-filled day with activities for everyone, with real reindeer, hot cocoa, and treats, DIY gift making, games with CPL Play, and much more. Don't forget to visit our new robot friends, the band and Brett Hall, before heading over to Public Square for the annual tree lighting. Bring the whole family to Cleveland Public Library's Merry Maker Fest on Saturday, November 30th. This festive celebration is free and open to the public. Learn more at cpo.org/merrymakerfest.
Welcome back into Stefanski Stadium. Cleveland Central Catholic is the home today. Rolling out to the right, we've got an interception, picked off. Right back from the break, back into the second quarter, across the 40, to the 50, down to the 40-yard line, the 30, he's got trailers, he's down to the 15, the 10, to the 5, and he is going to be brought down, forced out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Wow! Welcome to second quarter play from the 10U All-Star game.
He's going to need some oxygen, Brandon.
I feel like I'm going to need some oxygen, John.
That's Raymond Hollery, I believe it is. I just mentioned his name on the previous play, and he comes up with the play of his life. He'll never forget this game.
Darn near a pick six as he took that from about the 3-yard line all the way down to the neighboring 3.
Wow, what an effort. I tell you.
Raymond Holly from Impact Youth, a 5th grader out of Metro Catholic with a huge interception. And now the National All-Stars, better than a punt, John.
Better than a punt.
Better than a punt.
Better than a punt, Brandon. I tell you, they was knocking on the door. They needed a big player. You take a look at Michael Newman right there, who a fine ball player. Defense is his specialty. I got a chance to see him in the championship game this year. And I tell you, Brandon, that kid will be playing football for a long time.
So it's a 1st and goal for the National All-Stars on the 4-yard line. Caden Jackson in the backfield, fumbled snap. That ball is falling on it. Jackson's going to fall on it.
Wow, that was close. That was close.
Caden Jackson, a 5th grader out of Barack Obama. Southside Elite Spartans representative today in the All-Star game. You'll see here, we've got quite a few, John, so far. We've had fumbles that have, or the ball has just met the turf in a fumble.
Yeah, they play a hot potato right now. They kind of just settle down a little bit and just focus. This, down here in the red zone, especially with the blue team dominating the time of possession in that first quarter.
You're right.
The white team has got to get in zone.
Absolutely. Jackson in the backfield once again. He fell on the fumbled snap here. Here's the snap. There's another fumble on the turf, and Jackson again, he's able to hold on to it, but in this case, he's lost some yardage there.
Wow.
Driven into the turf at about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, he's going the wrong way. Yeah, there's Newman again. But good job.
Newman of the Garfield Bulldogs, a 5th grader out of Stockyard. Favorite hobby is art and painting, and I tell you what, he painted himself a mural right there with that play.
Yeah, that's bad news for the Nationals, going the wrong direction. They're just making the job for the coaching staff a lot harder.
Especially after that huge pick by Holly.
Yeah, this might be the game that one score will win it.
Right. We're at the 5:37 mark here in the first half. No score. 3rd down and 15 for the national team. Man in motion. In shotgun formation. Here's the snap. It's back. It's held on to. It's going to be handed off on an end around. Look.
Wow.
Wasn't sure if he was going to look for a receiver downfield.
Yeah. And I really don't think that at this time of the game, in this environment, that was the right play to call.
Right. And that was Newman again on that defensive play.
Yeah, Newman is he's a ball hawk. And the more time you give him to diagnose a play, he's going to get it diagnosed, and he's going to be coming flying in to make something happen. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
And so the national team is going in the wrong direction, as that's going to bring up a 4th down. Ball now placed on the 26-yard line. 4:21 to play here in the first half. No score. And the play has been dialed up. 4th and a long 26 for the national team. Snap is
low. On the ground again.
Falling on once again. Elijah Wadden taking the snap, but that was a low snap, John, and he was able to fall on it, fortunately, but that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, that's unfortunate that the center didn't get it up to Elijah, as you saw on that replay.
And number 2, Michael Newman.
So a golden opportunity for the Nationals, but they just couldn't get it done. They're going the wrong way.
Newman was again in on that play, so quite the defensive series from Michael Newman.
Yeah, this kid, he's special, and he can be really, really good, and I think he will be. Can't wait to see him on the next level.
Now at this age, John, you know, this at the 10U level, the kids, they're already thinking high school football. A lot of them, some of them, most of them.
Yeah, some of them are, especially the better ones.
Sure.
Most of these young men and ladies, they're in grades 3 through 5. High school coaches really start focusing in once they get to the 6th grade.
Okay.
That's when they start looking at their academics, their personalities, their family situations, and if it's a right fit.
Okay.
And the parents are doing the same thing. They're looking at the schools.
Sure.
They're trying to figure out if it's a right fit. Do they have the right personality, the right assets in order to grant their children the best opportunity moving forward in education and on the football field.
So with 4 minutes left to play here in the first half, no score in the 10U All-Star game here from Cleveland Central Catholic. Brandon Baxter with John Good. Here is the snap to the American team. Going to take the snap, just going to take it himself right up the middle on the draw.
Something nice and simple, not putting the ball in jeopardy, hiking it to the player that you want to run the football. Running straight up the middle, that'll suck the defense in.
Yep. A couple more times, should be able to open up some passing lanes.
Yep. So this is when the defensive coordinator, as I mentioned at the beginning of the game, in the 10U division, you can have coaches on the field. Both of these teams, even with all-star teams, players have a pretty good IQ because there's no coaches on the field. So both of these teams have players that know this game very, very, very well. The Nationals have got to go 3 and out.
2nd and 7, 3:08 to play.
Oh, he wasn't looking. Ball's live.
Snap. That was a live ball. Picks it up and tries to move it forward.
Bad, poor communication. And that's just as much the coach's fault as it is because the coach is talking to the player.
And you can see he was looking at the play, or looking at the sideline to the coach.
Right.
Didn't know that the ball was coming.
The center, he just knows the ball is supposed to be snapped in a certain amount of time.
Right.
And as an all-star center in this game, I didn't get the number of the center just yet. I'm pretty sure that won't happen again. But I want to round out the announcements of the postseason awards. I started off with 8U Termite Division Coach of the Year, Sean Perkins, Glenville Elite Panthers. 10U Junior Division Coach of the Year, the game we're watching right now, James Henning, Garden Valley Falcons. 12U Pee Wee Division Coach of the Year, Kenyon Albert, a veteran in Muny football from Guinea Elite. And the 14U Bantam Division Coach of the Year. And if you Coach of the Year in the 14U division, you should get a new car.
You're doing something right,
You're
right?
doing something right.
You're doing something right.
Something right. So Unfortunately, on our budget, if we were to get you a car, Coach.
It's going to be a Matchbox?
Yeah. You hit it right on the head. Lamont Smith of Garden Valley Falcons, congratulations to all you coaches. And we have an Organization of the Year this year, but we won't mention who they are just yet.
We'll get to that here shortly. Here's third down, pulls the ball down, going to hand it off on the reverse. I saw that block too, John. Flag on the play.
Ref didn't like it though.
Probably, yeah.
Number 6, Major Turner from the Garden Valley Falcons on
Turner
the carry.
attempting to try and turn it outside.
But we do have a penalty on the play.
Well, let's see what the penalty is going to be marked.
There's going to be a block in the back.
Block in the back.
You called it, John.
10-yard penalty. Replay the down.
And there was a good job by the defense here. I don't know if we'll see it on the instant replay. But the defender turned his back at the last minute because he had him from the side. But at the last second, he turned his back, and you don't get a chance to see it in this play. But he did the right thing right there, and that drew the penalty.
Yeah. Yep. So that's going to move him back 10 yards on the penalty. Brings up a 3rd and 17. Still no score here. And John, you mentioned one more award that we're going to talk about here shortly, but and that's going to coincide with our halftime interview, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, it sure will. All the organizations in the Muny Football League, this 24th season, congratulations on getting through another season, 106 years of existence.
106 years.
It's pretty unbelievable, but we stand on the shoulders of a lot of good people in the community. And our sports franchises have been very good to us.
So he drops back, and he's going to pass out to the left side, crossing over the 20-yard line, or just shy, I should say, of the 30, rather, and out of bounds. Doesn't look like that's going to be anywhere close enough to a first down, but it's going to inch a little bit closer.
Yeah, they almost got back to the original line of scrimmage. You see the quarterback takes the ball, throws it out here in the flats to a very talented runner right there, but not enough room to make the first down. Good job on defense of using that sideline as an extra man to get the ball carrier down. So I'm pretty sure the American team will be punting here.
Yeah, 4th and 11, ball's on the 29-yard line.
Oh no, they're gonna have some fun.
Okay, well, with a minute to play in the first half, might as well have a good time with it, right?
Yeah, not a bad choice.
Here's the snap. You're gonna drop back, rolling out to the right, away from the pressure. They tuck it and run out across the 35. Gonna get close to the first down.
Oh boy. This is going to be interesting.
It is very close to a first down.
He's short. I think he had to get to the 40, Brandon.
And that was number 5. Number 5, Terry Elston, took the snap and ran with that ball. He is a 6th grader out of Valley View. Played for the Garfield Bulldogs. Favorite player is Lamar Jackson. It looked quite a bit like Lamar right there.
And that was Raymond Holly on the tackle. So good job by Raymond. Again, mentioned his name a few times already. Good job. And he made that tackle right on time.
With 45 seconds left to play here in the first half, that ball has been turned over to the National All-Stars. The ball is on the 39-yard line, so they're going to have one more shot to try and put some points on the board before we head into halftime.
I'm going to say they're going to score before the half.
I like that. Let's go with that, Jay.
Yeah, I got faith in them. I got faith in 11. Elijah Walden. Take him to the promised land.
Shotgun snap. Fakes the handoff and is hit in the backfield. No place to go. Wow. That was Michael Newman crashing through the line.
Wow. How could you leave him untouched?
No one even saw him coming. Look at that, John. Nobody saw him coming.
He is so special.
And that's going to be a timeout called by the American team. So the defense is taking a timeout here with 33 seconds left. What a play.
Well, I made the comment that Elijah Walden would take him to the promised land on this, but there's a little construction on the road to get there.
Yeah, maybe Elijah's just taking a detour. We've still got 33 seconds here.
Yeah, just taking the long way. Just taking the long way. But fine job right there by number 11. Good job.
For the 20,000 spectators you got in attendance today.
Yeah, Michael Newman, we've called his name a few times already, as he's been all over the field.
Yeah, he is. You know, you look at his hobbies. Michael is a little different. He enjoys art and painting.
I can dig that. Right on.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see what kind of portfolio he has.
He might be painting himself into the defensive player of the game.
I might ask him. About that.
There you go. 2nd down and 16 now for the National All-Stars.
I heard art is a good investment these days.
I like that. All right, here's the snap. Rolls out to the left. Going to keep it and going to be dragged down. Who was that again?
Mr. Newman.
Mr. Newman. Wow. Newman bringing him down from behind.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do something. Good. Talk to the offensive line about how they're blocking him. They got to be aware of where he is on the field, because he's not slowing up and they're not slowing him up.
That was Kyan Grayson taking the snap, trying to roll it out to the left. And here's the final snap of the first half. Grayson out to the right. There's a flag on the play. Driven down at the 50-yard line. And correct me if I'm wrong, John, but I don't believe you can end the first half on a penalty.
14,
so let's see what shakes out here.
Coach.
You can't do it on the defensive tackle.
There you go. Okay.
So it's on the defense, and we'll extend it.
And we're going to find out what that flag is all about.
Illegal substitution on the defense. 5-yard penalty. We still have a play left in the first half.
Okay, so that was a penalty on the defense. John, you said it. You can't end the half on a defensive penalty. So 5 yards will go back to the national team. They're going to get one more play here before we roll into halftime.
So we'll get a bonus play.
I can dig that.
Get a bonus play. And we have a special announcement on the field. Take care of some business.
Now we'll go down to Jason Dunn at halftime. He's going to have a special interview.
Yeah, that is. I want to take this time to thank all the coaches, our volunteers, our Muny football game day staff, the coordinators, for all the work, all the dedication you had in this 24 season. We really appreciate, you getting up early in the morning, staying late at night, dropping kids off, picking kids up. Doing what you have to do in order to make our community what it is today.
Can't say enough for the support that the families give these kids.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a lot of these parents are learning for the first time, Brandon, how to manage the day of a student athlete.
Yeah.
You got to wash the clothes, uniforms. You got to get dinner ready, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Snacks. You got to pick them up. You got to drop them off.
A lot of moving pieces, a lot of moving parts.
Got to get their homework done. Got to get your chores done. I remember going through those days as a young man, and my mom just straight told me, if you want to play football, it's a choice.
Yeah,
it's a choice. It's not something that you need to do. It's a choice.
Absolutely.
Let's take it to the field.
And we've got, looks like instead of that penalty ending the first half, we're just going to stop right here. It is going to be halftime here from Stefanski Stadium at Cleveland Central Catholic. The 10U Muny All-Star game. Brandon Baxter and John Cook. We're going to go down to the field where Jason Dunn is going to greet us with a special guest.
Okay, this is Director Jason Dunn down at halftime of our 10U All-Star game. Throughout the course of the year, we like to highlight the phenomenal work that our organizations do. And one of our veteran coordinators has been around this league for a number of years, and he does a great job in the Collinwood community. I got with me Coach Darnell Banks, and he goes by Coach Buck, and I also have Anthony Martin with me. Coach Buck, you guys From the start of the year, you had a lot of uncertainty whether you was going to be able to practice at your site all year, move here. You got baseball going on, basketball, football. You truly run a year-round organization that's not only geared towards sports. I know you guys got the kids involved in garden this year, mentorship. Just kind of talk about some of the work and what fuels your passion to keep doing what you do year in and year out, giving up your time to support the community and the kids.
Okay, first, let me give honor to God who's head of my life. I'd like to thank Hank, Jason Dunn, John Good, Joe Record, all the guys that put this together for us. We do a lot at the Cobras, like he said, basketball, baseball, football, cheer. But one of the things that I'm most proud of is the after-school program that we implemented into our program this year. Gardening program, just to give kids another outlook on life outside of basketball, baseball, and football, because most importantly, a lot of these kids won't make it to the elite level as far as pro. But if we give them some kind of program, some kind of blueprint that they can fall back on outside of sports, I think we're doing it. We're going in the right direction. And one more thing I would like to recognize is my staff. I have a phenomenal staff with us. Coach Pooh, Coach Belinda, and Coach Red, and all the coaches that's throughout our program. We have almost 30-something roster. And I want to give them a lot of credit because they play a major part in the success that we're having so far with the Cobras.
Okay, Coach Buck, so you are recognized and known as a championship winning coach on the field. And it seems like even when you're not coaching, you still manage to collect hardware. So we brought you down today to honor you with the distinct award of the 2024 Organization of the Year. This award goes to the Collinwood Cobras for the phenomenal work, not only during the tackle season, but the work you guys put in during the off season, during flag football, and what you guys have done during All-Star Weekend. You truly run a first-class organization, and you are more than deserving of the Organization of the Year. We really appreciate you guys here. So that'll do it right here. And after this, I'm gonna toss it back up to you, Brandon.
All right, thank you, Jason. Congratulations to Darnell Banks, the head coach of the Collinwood Cobras. Congratulations to the Cobras. The 2024 Organization of the Year, a fine award for those folks down there, and just a great overall atmosphere here, as Jason was saying, for All-Star Weekend. It is halftime here for the 10U All-Star Game on TV 20 Sports. This is Brandon Baxter with John Good. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to third quarter action as we start up. We're going down the sideline there to number 9, and that ball is fumbled after the catch. It's fumbled out of bounds. Looks like we're going to give him a first down for that. So welcome back, TV 20 viewers, right into the third quarter here. Second half action just underway from Stefanski Stadium at Cleveland Central Catholic between the American and National All-Stars of the 10U Muny League.
He didn't make a football move after that?
It sure looked like he did to me, John.
I did. It looked like it to me, too.
That's going to bring up a second down. So open with some fireworks, but I guess they're going to call it a dud.
Wow, they needed that, too. That would have been the biggest play.
They did need that.
That would have been the biggest play for them today. And a great way to start this second half.
All right, so second down, low snap. Going to pick it up off the turf and roll out to the left side. Out across the 40-yard line to the 45, down out of bounds at about the 48. And that's going to be a first down for the national team.
A broken play, but knowing exactly what to do with it, get positive yards. That's what he does. Missed tackle there and there, but able to get the corner. And when he saw that first down marker, he just made sure he got to that point.
And that was Tremaine Gilson of Southside Elite Spartans from Chardon Hills. He's a third grader. Favorite team is the Cleveland Browns. Favorite player is Reggie Bush.
I like that.
I can't argue.
Bush? Is he old enough to know who Reggie Bush is?
I wasn't going to say anything. I was kind of questioning. Must be raised right.
Yes, yes. And by a USC fan.
Brings up a fresh set of downs for the national team. Takes the snap, running up the middle, across the 50 and down at the 49-yard line. So a gain of a couple. That looked like Gilson once again, who took the snap and draw right up the middle. Here we go.
It's a good job right there and a good call by
nice
the coach.
Spin move.
Yeah, good call by the coach to attack the defense in the middle. Keep it simple. Hike the ball to the ball carrier. That way it's less jeopardy of it being on the ground.
Brings up a second down and 8 for the national team. No score so far. Still waiting on someone to cross the goal line for the first score of the game. Second and 7 for the national team from the shotgun. Here's the snap. Low snap once again. Going to fall on it. Wow. That was Zahari Butler. Zahari Butler lining up at quarterback. John, we're seeing quite a bit of that. Some missed snaps on both sides today.
Yeah, they've been low. They've been to the side. Again, all-star game.
They haven't played together before.
Yeah, you'd like to think that the center was snapping to his own quarterback in the same formation all season.
Right.
If this is something new to him, then we can understand why there's no consistency. But those are the little things that coaches talk about and they use in different situations to make sure that they can execute the offense properly.
And because of that muffed snap, that's going to bring up 3rd and 14 with 5:18 to play here in the third quarter. No score.
But just a very, very, very special accolade here today. Being an all-star in this 2024 season, the 10U would like to take the time to wish everyone a happy holiday season and a safe one. And hopefully we won't get too much snow.
Well, you feel like the year has flown to sit here and say happy holidays already. There's another snap on the turf. Ball is down. And in this case, Tremaine Gilson back in at quarterback, falls on it.
Yeah, Gilson looked like he had both hands on the ball.
Getting quite frustrated.
Yeah.
And that's understandable.
It's hitting him in the hands. He's just not, see right here, boom, right there. I think he's looking at too many things. And I tell you what, if Michael Newman was lined up over on the other side of the ball, I might be
I'd be looking across the line also.
Yeah, but those are the things, those are intangibles that making big plays on defense, hitting hard, giving extra effort that really impacts the game, as the automatic punt rule will be in effect right now.
So with that punt rule, it's 4th down and 13, ball on the 35 as we begin to see that the chain gang is marching down. So that automatic punt. And John, how about that halftime discussion between, Jason, Organization of the Year, welcoming Darnell Banks of the Collinwood Cobras. The Cobras, congratulations once again for being the 2024 Organization of the Year.
Yeah, the Collinwood Cobras, by Cleveland Muny football standards, is a really, really young organization.
Okay.
But in the time that Darnell Banks has been in this league, he's been an asset on and off the field. He's got a lot of special talents. He's an entrepreneur. Just a quick thinker, and is very solution-oriented.
Something you like to see, especially with kids involved. Out across the 40, down to the 30-yard line. He's going to keep on going. He's on the line. Pushed out of bounds. They're going to mark him down at about the 5-yard line.
Great effort.
Number 11.
Armand LaShore, who's a 5th grader at Sunbeam. He's a Glenville Junior tar blooder. And what a play. Takes the snap, making like his favorite player, Lamar Jackson. Nice move.
Yeah.
And then just takes it right down the sideline, John.
And then he sees his teammate right here doing the same thing. But
Trying to set up the block.
He slowed down and put his arm out, slowing down, trying to keep a defender in front of him away, and the defender snuck behind him.
He did.
And got him.
Armand LaShore, what a great play there, and that's got to feel good because it brings the ball all the way down to the 5-yard line, so it's 1st and goal for the American All-Stars. And now they're knocking on the door. John, we still have not crossed that goal line. Let's see what happens here.
Not yet, not yet.
Here's the snap, going to take himself up the middle, and he's going to get in for the touchdown. Finally, we've got ourselves an American All-Star touchdown. That is Terry Elston.
Number 5, Terry Elston.
Terry Elston, a star in this division, 2nd leading scorer, showing why he is such a high scorer in this division. As number 1, Butter tried to slow him down, but to no avail. Elston crosses the goal line again.
So Terry Elston, a 6th grader at the Valley View Boys School, Garfield Bulldog. Favorite player, Lamar Jackson. Common theme here when you're seeing some of the running quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson tends to be someone to look up to. So great job by Elston, putting some points on the board for the first time today. There's a low snap, going for the extra point, rolling out to the right, finds a receiver, and he's going to fall incomplete as it's going to fall out of bounds there on that extra point attempt. And John, I know you brought it up when we talked about the rules at the beginning of the game, but instead of a 2-point conversion, that was their attempt at 1 point. Should they have elected to try and kick, would have gone for 2.
Yep, and we have a few teams in this division at this age group that do a real good job of kicking.
Okay.
Not today. No kickers were selected to the All-Star game.
Okay. Hey, kickers are people too. I've heard that somewhere.
Sounds like a good T-shirt saying that. It depends on if they made the field goal or not, if they're people too.
It's very fickle, John. All right, well, with 3:17 to play here in the 3rd quarter, we're going to step away for a quick break. The American team is currently leading 6-0 from Stefanski Stadium. We'll be right back with more.
Hello, I'm Dr. Dave Margolius, Director of Public Health for the City of Cleveland. In this role, my number 1 priority is reducing the smoking rate in the City of Cleveland. Unfortunately, Cleveland's smoking rate is 35%, the highest in the nation, and smoking remains the leading preventable cause of death, disability, and disease in our country. But I believe we can change that. Did you know that the majority of people who smoke actually want to quit? It's just so difficult, especially menthol cigarettes. And it's our residents who are specifically targeted by big tobacco. The outcomes are devastating on our collective health. Smoking too often leads to premature disease and needless suffering. If you have loved ones who smoke, please help them quit. And if you are a smoker, please know that help is available. We have a long list of options to help you successfully kick the habit. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Together, I know we can reduce smoking rates in Cleveland. Thank you.
Welcome back to TV 20 Sports third quarter action. Brandon Baxter with John Good here in the booth as we bring you the 10U Muny Football All-Star Game, with the American All-Stars currently leading by a score of 6-0 on the Terry Elston touchdown just before we went to break. So the national team has the ball on the 35-yard line, 1st and 10, and it's now their turn to try and put some points on the board, John.
Yeah, they are been hamstrung by so many fumbles today. Hopefully they can play a clean series here with slow snap.
Well, that's a good start after the low snap. Going to roll out to the right, out across the 45-yard line. So that is going to be a 1st down for the national team. And that was Tremaine Gilson of the Southside Elite Spartans, a 3rd grader from Chardon Hills. Favorite hobby, John? One of my favorite hobbies. He says his favorite hobby is hanging out with his dad. Well, you know, I love to hear that from my kid, and heck, I like to hang out with my dad, so I can dig all of that.
Oh yeah. And just a true testament to that family, I'm sure, as they're celebrating Tremaine's appearance in this All-Star game on this lovely Saturday afternoon.
Tremaine stays in the shotgun, takes the snap. We've got a whistle blown.
Oh, they were smelling blood on that one.
Was that Newman?
It was one of his buddies, I tell you that. One of them was Kadir Harris. He was coming in there, man, breathing hard. They're trying to figure out exactly what the call is.
Okay.
So the coach is trying to get them all straight, get them all lined up. They need a score, and they can sense it. They need a score real bad.
So they're going to mark the ball back on the 35, 45-yard line.
Snap.
Going to roll out to the left. That's Gilson.
He's giving up ground.
Able to shake off a couple of tacklers.
Wow.
And dives ahead for a couple of yards, but that's going to really go nowhere because he went backwards before he could make any type of forward movement. Brings up 2nd down now.
Yeah, it seemed like they had more success when they just ran the ball straight ahead.
Yeah.
But the first thing they got to do is they got to get that snap settled. I mean, that's just throwing all the timing off for the quarterback.
You're right. You're absolutely right, John. That's got to be difficult, especially if you are the quarterback. And I know they're, rotating different players in at different positions and at the quarterback position to, give everybody a chance.
That's right. So we got a little bit of disagreement on the field.
And some frustration for the national team, which is understandable.
Yeah, it's a tight ball game. These guys are proud of who they are, where they are. And how about we just take a break and we'll be back after this.
We'll be right back.
The Cleveland Division of Police is announcing a new feature in reporting non-emergency crimes. When you call the non-emergency number 216-621-1234, a dispatcher will then send you a link via text to your cell phone. Other options are to call 833-461-0144 or use the QR code and report your non-emergency crime. We encourage everyone to add both the Cleveland Division of Police non-emergency phone number and the direct number in their cell phones.
This safety message is brought to you by the City of Cleveland Division of Police.
Welcome back to Stefanski Stadium. 2nd down and 16. National team taking the snap, rolling out to the right, across the 40, over the 45, and going to be brought down at about the 49-yard line. And that was a nice run out to the right by Kyan Grayson. Kyan Grayson taking the direct snap and rolling out to the right.
Yeah, great job by Grayson, but even better job by the center. He did throw the timing off. He was able to get around the corner. The blocking was there.
Very good snap.
And take it right here. You see, he was able to get to the corner a lot quicker before they could react.
Yeah.
If they can string along some plays like that, they can really be in this ball game and compete for the lead and possibly to win.
Makes it a doable 3rd and 7, but not doable. Grayson takes the snap and tries to run out to the right again.
Yep, good defensive play. Again, there he is again, that man. That bad man.
That was Tremaine Gilson that was on that carry there.
Gilson. No, I mean, excuse me.
We're talking Mr. Newman.
Talking about Mr. Newman.
that bad man.
That bad.
He has been playing like it out there defensively today.
Yes, he has.
Clock is running. 12 seconds left to play here in the third quarter.
I don't think they're going to get it off the way they're moving.
Like it. I think we're going to be heading into fourth quarter play here. 6-0 in favor of the American All-Stars currently. We're going to come back to fourth quarter action here from Stefanski Stadium at Cleveland Central Catholic. The American team in charge of the lead, 6-0 over the National All-Stars. We'll be right back.
Looking for something truly unique in Cleveland? Step into Brett Hall at Cleveland Public Library and get ready to join the band. This interactive art installation by world-renowned art duo Friends with You, in collaboration with Land Studio, is unlike anything you've seen before. Open now through spring 2025, the band invites visitors of all ages to interact with 5 large-scale fuzzy characters, each ready to dance, connect, and spark joy in an entirely new way. These lovable robots are ready to charm you and demonstrate how technology and art can foster connection. The band is free and open to the public at Cleveland Public Library's main library at 325 Superior Avenue, Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m., now through spring 2025. Learn more at cpl.org/theband.
All right, welcome back into TV20 Sports. Brandon Baxter here with John Good from Stefanski Stadium. Fourth quarter action, 7:26 to play in the game with the American All-Stars on top 6-0 over the national team.
Yeah, we've seen some very special performances out here today, too. And there it is again on fourth down. A low snap.
Another bummer of a snap there.
Yeah, quarterback not able to handle it, as it was number 1.
Zahari Butler he falls on it.
Yeah, and it's tough too, because you try not to create a bigger problem.
Sure.
But at the same time, you want to make a play, and I think the biggest issue with the snap might be the guy that's playing on the defensive side of the ball.
Causing a lot of ruckus down there, isn't he?
Yeah. Trying to get the ball snapped. Trying to get your head up, get your hands on that guy. It's been tough. But that's when the coaches have to make the adjustment, no matter which side of play is going on, to double team on that side. That way you don't have any penetration.
Yeah.
Newman has been in the backfield at the snap.
Right.
Many times. Many times. And the time that he's not in the backfield, he's causing a bad snap.
Yeah. Kind of reminds you of a certain number 95 that wears the brown and orange.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been known to be disruptive. That Jason Garrett.
So the American team snapped the ball. They've got the ball back. They've got the lead too, 6-0. Around the corner, across the 30-yard line goes the carrier, and out of bounds for a first down for the American All-Stars.
Yeah, good carry there.
That was Vasanti Ford of the Garfield Bulldogs from Garfield Heights, a 5th grader. Making like his favorite player, Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Vicente is a very talented ball player. He's one of those guys, Brandon, that I believe we'll be talking about for a long time. Had a great game in the championship game on this level a few weeks ago. And looking forward to watching them play for many years to come.
So it was not a first down. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 1 for the American team. Got a man in motion. Snap is back. Holds on to it. Going to take it up the middle this time. Out across the 25-yard line, down to the 20, 25, down to the 10, the 5, and pushed out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Wow.
Right there. The ball carrier on that play.
Raymond Holly saving a touchdown.
Terry Elston attempting to try and get in there for a 2nd touchdown of the day. Watch this.
Terry Elston vying for most valuable player on offense with another big run, and almost got the pay dirt before Holly could knock him out of bounds. But excellent job by everyone on that offensive side of the ball.
The ball is going to be spotted at the 5-yard line. So it is a 1st and goal for the American All-Stars. Elston took the ball in for the score to give them the 6-0 lead. Let's see what happens here. Shotgun formation, man in motion.
Could be a keeper.
Here's the snap, going to take it himself up the middle, crosses over the 5 and down. He is going to be short of the goal line. That's Elston again, taking it down to about the 1-yard line.
Yeah, good spot by the referee. Like number 5 came up hard to try to put a stop on him, Tremaine Gibson Jr., but he missed. And was able to pick up a few more yards, but just shy of the goal line.
And that was Jacob Burns able to bring him down just before the goal line. It's going to bring up a 2nd and goal from the 1 for the American team. 4:40 left to play in this All-Star game. 6-0 in favor of the American team.
And folks, if you have a young man or a young lady would like to play football, like to invite you to our first season of the year, which is the flag football season. We start practicing first week of April. Just go to our website, cmfleague.org.
Elston takes a snap up the middle.
He's in.
And he is in for his 2nd touchdown of the day for the American team.
Touchdown. That touchdown is made by number 6 from the Garden Valley Falcons.
That was Major Turner in this case. Major Turner stepping in Elston's stead. Takes the direct snap right up the middle for the touchdown for the American team. And they go up by a score of 12-0 with 4:08 left to play.
Yep, another ball security play. Coach calls a keeper. That way only one person touches the ball. Let's count the center as 2. And came up with success. I think the best way to attack teams in games like this is straight ahead. And they've had a lot of success doing so. But I got to get an American team, I got to get a national team a lot of credit. Defensively, they've been hanging in there.
They really have.
This really should have been a blowout.
They've done a good job of trying to keep that score down as much as possible. It's 12-0 now here with 4 minutes left in the game.
They just got to get some offense going.
Attempt at the... Wow. Ducks out of the way, finds a receiver, and gets the extra point.
That extra point attempt is good.
Wow, that was...
What a job by Gregory Johnson eluding the tacklers.
Major Turner.
Finds Major Turner for that 1-point conversion.
Yeah, Gregory Johnson doing an excellent job of showing why he was elected to this All-Star team. I mean, just showing patience right there, nothing left.
Wow.
Breaks a tackle, goes back right, sees a man, gets it out of his hand. Folks, that is not easy to do.
No.
He made it look easy, but that is not easy to do.
Found his guy there for the extra point. And that gives the American team a 13-0 lead here with 4:08 to play in the All-Star game.
And Brandon, I'm still a little set back and taken back about 10U, no coach on the field, all stars from 8-10 different teams, organizations, and they're able to send signals in or tell them to play and let them execute it.
Yeah.
Now they got that part going. The American side, the national side just has to execute.
It comes down to execution.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
And it starts with the snap of the football, all the way back to carrying the football, throwing and catching. But the National League has put together, a pretty good game plan. It'll be interesting to see what the time of possession is for this game.
Yeah, I agree, because it seems like it's been in the hands of the blue squad most of this time.
Yep. And to the white squad credit, they've been keeping them from the 10 to the 10. We'll see if they can put something together before these 4 minutes and 8 seconds elapse off the clock.
So the national team's going to have the ball at the 35-yard line.
Let him set.
Shotgun formation, snap is back, a nice snap. Got a defender jumping the line, ball is on the turf, and it's going to be recovered by the American team. So the American All-Star team ends up coming up with the fumble.
Yeah, very good play.
Watch the replay here. Finally a nice snap, but look at the big man in the middle. Crashing the line, coming through, knocks the ball loose.
Yeah, the right offensive guard and tackle over there didn't give him much resistance to get in. But just a fine job by that young man. Did we get a number on who that was?
You know, John, it was a little difficult to see with the sun glare, trying to see the red number on the blue jersey. It was a little difficult, so we're trying to, that was number 19 that fell on the ball. That was Cameron Burton that came up with the fumble.
Yeah, but the big guy who made the hit was 24, Lamel Logan out of Barack Obama. Just a fine job playing defensive interior right there. Collinwood Cobras. Lamel's been doing that all season.
Lamel Logan knocked it loose. And my apologies, John. That was actually Ty King Halloway, number 19, for the American team that came up with the fumble recovery. So Ty King Halloway of the Garden Valley Falcons, a third grader from Chardon Hills, coming up with that fumble recovery. Gives the ball back to the American squad with 4:02 on the clock and a 13-0 lead.
I'm sure in sportsmanship that the coaches just run the football and try to get as many players involved in the game as possible.
Snap was on the ground, brought down by the defender. That's number 15 getting into the backfield for the national squad, Dwayne Slaughter. Dwayne Slaughter out of Broadway Academy, a third grader of the West United Gators. Watch this as he comes across. That ball was snapped into the turf.
Yeah, the offensive line allowed penetration. Was able to get to the ball carrier really quick as soon as he got the football.
Yeah.
And able to take him down.
Slaughter was there.
They need more plays like that. Having some fun here on this Saturday afternoon. Again, thank you all for joining us. John Good here, Vice President of Cleveland Muny Football. Brandon Baxter, wonderful announcer, a good friend now, and we welcome you to the Muny booth.
John, it's been my pleasure.
24th season.
Thank you very much. It's we had a chance to do a championship game last week, and a couple weeks ago, and I've enjoyed my time with you. Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Brandon. Can't get enough good people in this realm.
Well, you can keep saying that while there's a play going on. As that ball falls incomplete, attempted pass brings up I believe this is going to be a 2nd and 14 with 2:50 left on the clock there. Thank you very much, John. I appreciate the kind words.
No problem. Grayson trying to get the ball to his receiver, running for his life, but not able to connect. But they will have another chance to get it done. It's third down.
3rd and 14.
Yeah.
And the American team already with a 13-0 lead over the national team.
And in this division, this year, the 10U, we had 10 teams: Garfield Bulldogs, Garden Valley Falcons, Cleveland Renegades, Glenville Junior Tar Blooders, Collinwood Cobras, East 88th Street Browns, Southside Elite Spartans, Impact Youth Bearcats, Richmond Conquerors, Westside Wolverines, West United Gators, and the Ohio Elite Seminoles. Congratulations to all participants in those organizations this year on the 10U division.
Yep, it's been a great 2024 season, guys. Thank you. Here we go. 3rd and 14, man in motion, takes the snap, hands it off, going to break out to the right, trying to find across the 30-yard line, down to the 20, down to the 15, and brought down. Wow. That was Cayenne Grayson bringing down the ball carrier. And that was number 21, Carter Pratt, a 5th grader from Warrensville Elementary of the Glenville Junior Tar Blooders.
Yeah,
look at that stiff arm.
Yeah, he should have been brought down right there.
There's another one.
But just an excellent job of running the ball and using that stiff arm. That's the only thing an offensive player has to protect himself, is that stiff arm. Pratt showing you how to use it.
Carter Pratt of the Glenville Junior Tar Blooders loves to run track. The 3rd leading scorer this year with 49 points.
And with that stiff arm, I can see that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Brings up a fresh set of downs with 2:12 left to play in the game. 13-0 in favor of the American All-Stars, and they're driving again.
Well, what an honor to be in an All-Star game at this age, I tell you.
Drop back to pass, rolling to the right, looking to the end zone. Got a receiver there. That ball is knocked away. Excellent defense there. That is knocked away by number 9 for the national squad, and that is Kyan Grayson. Once again, we've called his name a couple of times.
Yeah, Grayson's been all over the place, and just a good job. 50-50 ball.
Yep.
And he definitely had the advantage. I think he's a little taller than the receiver, so he was able to get his hand on it.
Yeah, a little taller than the receiver, huh?
Yeah, just a little taller. Every advantage, you got to take it.
That's right.
You got to use it. But just a wonderful effort right there. But again, I want to say thank you to our sponsors for the 24th season. I mentioned them before. The City of Cleveland, City Council, Cleveland City Council, Boyd Watterson, all of our people, our partners, TV20, Family First, Health Services, the Cleveland Browns. We love our Browns, and we're glad that they love us.
Low snap, Elston hands it off over to number 2, trying to break out to the left side, across the 10-yard line, down to the 5, and is he in? Looks like he's in for the touchdown.
Dashing to the left side, and in.
That was Michael Newman. Michael Newman with the 3rd touchdown of the day for the American squad.
Michael Newman doing what he does best, and that is just make athletic plays, whether it's offense or defense. Nice step arm.
Nice move
right there. He bounces outside. He had some more room, and he was able to get into the end zone. Newman, high IQ. You can tell he's prepared when he comes out here to play. And it just seems like he's just a step ahead of everybody else. He knows how to read people. He knows where their strengths and where their weaknesses are. Just looking forward to seeing him play Brandon for years to come.
Absolutely. And Newman, who is a 5th grader out of Stockyard, he's the artist, the painter, and found himself painting himself down into the end zone there for the 3rd score of the day for the American squad. Makes it a 19-0 game. We're going to attempt for the 1-point conversion, and here it is.
Razzle-dazzle.
Yeah,
that razzle-dazzle.
20-0 now as they get that 1-point conversion.
Number 6, Major.
Elston finds Major Turner for that extra point there.
His 2nd extra point attempt of the day.
As the American squad goes up 20-0 with 1:40 left to play.
Tell you what, pound for pound, Major Turner might be one of the best players out here on this field.
Very exciting.
He's not the biggest guy. Kind of reminds me of Tyreek Hill with the build and everything, the quickness, the speed. But that guy's not afraid of anything.
No, not at all.
I know
not at all.
His parents has got to be proud. His whole family has got to be proud of him. And again, like I said, folks, in order to be nominated and play in this game, it's just not criteria of being an all-star on the field, but you also have to be an all-star off the field, which means that you have to have the grades that qualify you to play, and you have to have the citizenship.
And really, in a lot of cases, John, that's more important.
Yes.
You know, we're building a good start for the next generation of kids coming up here.
Yeah, I mean, we keep it simple. How many people are playing in the NFL? How many people are playing in college? How many teachers, doctors, lawyers out there, though? How many engineers? How many skilled trade people is out there? There's millions.
Sure.
And you got a better opportunity of taking advantage of those opportunities and those lifestyles than you do playing professional sports.
That is true.
Don't give up on that dream, but make sure you got a backup plan.
Yep, always have something else to shoot for, and that's okay. 12 seconds left on the clock. It's a 20-0 lead in favor of the American squad. National squad's going to take one more play here to round out the game. Going to take a knee and a crashing of the line there, and that's going to do it, John. That's going to do it. 20-0 today. The 10U All-Star game between the American and national squads in favor of the American squad. And when we come back, we're going to have ourselves the players of the game as well as the post-game festivities. Stay tuned to TV20. We'll be right back with post-game.
Did you know that in the city of Cleveland, you can text 911 and the message goes directly to our communications center? Our dispatch staff will communicate with you via their keyboard, asking the same questions necessary to dispatch police, fire, or EMS emergency services. Keep this in mind if you are in the city and making an emergency phone call that might be a challenge.
This safety message is brought to you by the City of Cleveland Division of Police.
And this is League Director Jason Dunn down on the field at the conclusion of our 10U All-Star Game. Let's give it up for all of our All-Stars on a phenomenal season and capping off the season as All-Stars. So I'm now down on the field joined by our two All-Star head coaches. I'm gonna first talk with All-Star head coach of the Westside Wolverines, Damian Johnson. Damian Johnson was selected as a 10U All-Star coach. You do a phenomenal job year in and year out. And just want to talk about your experience working with these kids this week.
That was cool, man. It was good. We had fun. We learned a lot. I met a lot of new kids. It was all right.
I really appreciate that. Now, from the Garden Valley Falcons, head coach, Coach Hen. Want to talk about the winning team today. All right, want to just talk about your experience as an all-star coach and working with this group of kids over the past week.
Well, first and foremost, y'all got to let a brother know when I'm live because I talk crazy. Secondly, it's been a whirlwind, but long story short, all these boys deserve to be here. So we just went out there, we had fun. I let some kids play out of position in practice. Just let it have fun, man. They know what they doing. It's game time.
I know it's been an incredible grind for you, being out there with these kids year round. And we just want to give you the distinct honor of awarding you today at the All-Star Game as our 10U Division Coach of the Year. And that is going to the Valley to Coach James Hennings. Coach Ian, you earned this. This is yours. And like I said, this is a testament to the work you do and, you know, the impact you have in your community and over the kids. I see how the kids gravitate towards you. You know, you are a kid's coach. And like I said, they really do love you. I just want you to, share a few words with us about receiving this honor.
First of all, this is a complete shock. And I take back everything I said bad about Jason Dunn, my man right here, and Cleveland Muny football as an organization. No, I'm joking. But it's been a grind, man. Coaching down in the Valley, we have a bad perception. No one wants to bring their kids down there. But we just show up year in and year out, and we perform. We don't have an all-star team roster. We have more kids that leave the Valley, and we still keep churning out good teams, man. So it's a testament to us and our coaching staff. And Coach Ian makes sure that ain't no uniform violations on his team or coaching staff because I'm a disciplined coach. So thank you, Muny, and everybody that was involved in this decision. We taking this to the dunk.
Our first specialty award, and this one right here, will be our defensive MVP. All right, with 5 tackles on the game, a forced fumble, a 94-yard interception return, number 2 from the Impact Youth Bearcats, Raymond Holly. Come on up here, Raymond. How you doing today?
Good.
99 yards. Now the football field from goal line to goal line is 100. You almost got there. You played an excellent game. I see why you were selected as an all-star by your performance today. Would you like to give thanks to anyone?
Yeah. I like to give thanks to my parents, coaches, and teammates.
Okay.
And all my fans.
And all who?
And all my fans.
His entire fan club. Hey, I am now on the fan club. So I would like to present you with the defensive MVP. So we now like to bring up our offensive MVP from the American All-Stars. He had a 14-yard touchdown run. On defense, we're going to collect that up too. He had 8 tackles. He had 63 yards rushing. Hey, let's duplicate it. Let's bring up number 2 from the Garfield Bulldog, Michael Newman. Michael Newman, I think I know you personally now. I've been calling your name for the last 2 hours. You know, you were up and down the field. You played a great game on both sides of the ball, was very dominant, making tackles, making big plays for your offense. Would you like to give thanks to anyone?
Man, I'll give thanks to my teammates. They worked hard. It's fun playing with new teammates. You learn how they like to play. And I'm happy to have Offensive Trophy of the Year. And thank you for the Garden Valley coach for giving me the reverse.
So great job, Mr. Newman. So that would now bring our post-game award ceremony to an end. Again, we would like to give thanks to all the parents, all the supporters, all of our volunteer coaches, our entire staff over at the Cleveland Muny Football League. And I'm going to toss it back up to you, Brandon.
All right, Jason, thank you very much. Congratulations once again to the 2024 All-Star Game champions, the American Division. The Deuces were wild today as our players of the game. Michael Newman, number 2, Raymond Holly, number 2 for each team. What a fun game, John, this was.
Yeah, it's a great way to celebrate a great effort of all season for these special players here today. Congratulations to the most valuable players, offensively and defensively. And those, as you put it, Deuces wild. I look forward to seeing those guys play in the future.
We could definitely see them underneath some Friday night lights. So once again, TV20 Sports viewers, thank you very much for tuning in to the 10U All-Star Game. I've been Brandon Baxter along with John Good. And John, you're going to be back next week for the 12U All-Star Game with our man, Tim Wells.
I sure will, and I can't wait for that matchup. Brandon, I mean, 12U this year, it was so exciting. We got a great matchup, and always working with Tim Wells is a pleasure.
Always a blast. Well, John, it's been a blast working with you. Thank you again for having me in.
You're
for
welcome.
John Good, I'm Brandon Baxter. So long, everybody. Until next time.
Rapper with you from the Black.